Breaking news tonight, the Diddy defense to keep Hitler-loving Kanye away from the Diddy jury. This as Diddy doubles down on the gamble of a lifetime, betting against the state and calling not a single defense witness to defend him in front of that jury. The new Diddy defense, wait for it, blame Iran. Yes, that's the Diddy defense. Blame Iran. They're the real threat and stay out of Diddy's bedroom. Okay. Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. I want to thank you for being with us. Lynn Shaw joining me, founder, executive director, Lynn's Warriors, committed to ending sex trafficking and sex exploitation of women and girls. Do you remember the beach trip where two of the alleged victims paddleboard into a storm rather than come back to the shore because they could see Sean Combs pacing back and forth on the shore like a tiger? Right? And now we see those photos, Lynn Shaw, of him chillaxing on the beach. But we know what happened after that. The women were so afraid, the two of them chose to paddleboard into a tropical storm rather than come back with him waiting on the shore.
Yeah. Triple D, Dirty Diddy, Degenerate. Now we learn nickel and dime it. We have to add to the list of his names. Listen, this is force, fraud, coercion equals sexual servitude. Women that would rather be out in the ocean in a storm than come and save their lives. Women running away. We see Cassie, without her shoes on, running in a hallway. I pray, I have a dream all the time that he does take the stand, because that would be the end of this Dirty Diddy and the end of talking about him. But you know what? Here's what's happening, in my opinion. I think this is the best thing that's happening, because you know what? We don't have to see his face, but let's get back to, who does want to see his face? Because I get a lot of messages, a lot of victims, survivors, not even of Diddy's, that have been sexually exploited. They want to know, why isn't he taking the stand? They want to know, where is anybody to stand up for him? Because there is nobody, they tell me, to stand up for him. So you know what? This guy, if this isn't a case of sex trafficking over state lines, international, I don't know what is, because this is a clear definition, let me repeat myself, of sexual servitude, fraudulent ways to get people to attend parties or to come, the little bunny, as Tisa calls her, on this romantic trip. He used fraud. So he is going down. And you know what? He is going down, and we will all be standing there waiting and clapping our hands.
Okay, you know what? Obviously, I've had no effect on Sydney Sumner at all, because Lynn Shaw, I believe she just referred to a freak-off as a special event. It's special, all right. Special to the prosecutors that have charged him with sex trafficking.
Special event? What are we talking about? What have we seen? Video evidence of? I mean, special event? You know what? I'm falling out of my chair. I really am. I can't contain myself. This is sex trafficking. I'm going to go back. I am a broken record, Nancy. Force, fraud, coercion upon women. And I'm going to even maintain some men. And I'm going to throw into the mix today that, we don't even use the term, a lot of us in this, working in the sex trade, against it. We don't use sex worker because we don't believe sex is work. Work is not sex, because we have so many studies, upwards of 97%, that tell us those people in the sex trade, including strippers, including these sex workers from Cowboy Angels, Angel Cowboys, wherever they're coming from, that they were forced into this sex trade. So again, I'm going to go back to, I don't know, we're watching videos of him. I see 3 or 4 women pampering him. You know what? I wish all the women who were abused, right, were getting that kind of pampering treatment. I wish everybody would talk more about the victims and survivors of some kind of monster, this Triple D monster that we've had to endure for the last now 7 weeks and multiple months. And you know what? He's got to go down, because I can't field any more phone calls, text messages, emails from women begging me, what's going to happen? Is he going to be held responsible? Because you know what? There's a lot of dirty Diddies out there. So we got to see one of them being held accountable, and he's got to go down. And I hope we hear about this by next week.